Good morning, everybody. Welcome. It's great to be with you this morning. We're so excited that we have an opportunity to re-energize our at-home learning program. This is something that we got forced into, but actually we're going to make the best out of this situation. And we have a very talented staff members who have really put a lot of thought into what we're going to be laying out. I also want to say that right now we don't know what we don't know, but we'll figure it out in short order. And we have so many smart, positive people working on solutions that this is going to be an exciting journey, even if this is not what we asked for. There's a lot of moving parts, and certainly I think it's very appropriate that we take this matter very seriously. We take all of the recommendations of the health and public officials very seriously, but also teaching and learning has to go on, but we're going to do it in a little different format. So, with that being said, I'm going to entertain some questions from you at this time.
And we know it's only been going on for a few hours. What's the feedback you're hearing about at-home learning so far?
Well, we have a lot of enthusiasm by a lot of people, have a lot of can-do spirit about making things work. It's one of the things that our students need is they need contact with adults during this very difficult time. So the way that our teachers have stepped up and our principals have stepped up, we've just started, but everything I'm hearing so far is very positive.
And of course, meals distribution is also kicking off today. What should our families at home know about the meals?
Well, the meals, we've moved mountains to make this happen, and we're very pleased that we have a 2-day distribution schedule, especially with what our county has announced that last evening. So for 2 days, on Mondays and Thursdays from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., our families can go collect food for 3 days, and then they can go back and hunker down and start learning through either the packets that they get of instruction or the technology that they get. But I think we were very fortunate that we had this 2 days a week plan, and so it's still very safe for you to go do that, and that's what the county has approved.
And that's even with the emergency order just went in place, I guess, tonight. Does that affect meals at all?
It does not affect meals. The emergency order is important to adhere to, but one of the exceptions is to go get food. And the food and instructional delivery that we have planned will still go on during those times.
And technology deployment. We know there are some families who didn't receive their laptops or devices on the Friday going into spring break. What should they know about how to pick up their devices this week?
Well, on those 2 days, they'll have opportunity to pick up those devices. But also, we want them to communicate with their teachers and their principals, if they have access to the principals. And then we'll also have deployment of devices on other days that will be scheduled. And so it's very important that people reach out. Teachers are going to be in touch with every student as we speak. And so we have enough devices for all of our secondary students. And if they weren't deployed, we really encourage you to make that communication to your teacher, and a scheduled appointment will be put together.
And we know that Wi-Fi connection is an issue for some of our families. What should they know about student families without Wi-Fi connection? What should they know?
Well, we've pleasantly been surprised that the number is not as large as we thought of families who do not have Wi-Fi access. That's going to take us a little while to deploy hotspots to students. We are in the process of buying some. We're in the process of getting some donated. We'll have a strategy as how we deploy them. But the most important thing is we need to know who does not have access. So the students need to be very clear with their teachers, and then we'll have a strategy for getting them out. But people need to be a little bit patient because it's going to take us a little while to deploy all of that. But there's also the opportunity to download information when you get your device and then start working on some things until we go live.
And we know this has been a whirlwind for you and your leadership team over the past few weeks. What's been the hardest part of this journey?
Well, the hardest part of the journey has been the uncertainty, and everybody wants things to be linear from step A to step B. We don't know what we don't know, and so as we go down this journey, we'll figure it out. We have a lot of smart people, and it's just making sure that people are focused, and we all have to step up in a crisis. And I'm very proud of my team, and I'm really proud of our principals and teachers who are on the front lines with the students, but also our hourly staff. They have been just outstanding. The ones who have volunteered, sign me up. I'll show up. I'll help out. So I'm really, really proud, despite the uncertainty and despite the evolving nature of this situation. This is probably the hardest part, but even during those times, we see a lot of positive people showing up.
It's perfect. That's all the questions that we've heard so far. Is there anything else you'd like to add for a closing statement?
Yeah, I just think that this journey, we're going to go on this. We're going to discover things as we go, but we have a lot of people working on the same solution: the federal government, the state, the county, us, and we need all of our families to work with us on this. And I think, though, the final thought is we need to take advantage of this situation to try to do things a little differently. And those who have that right attitude and right approach will find a way to make sure that our students are successful academically and emotionally. So let's stay hitched because this journey is going to teach us some lessons.